back on my own. Russ is working on another project, and I am back doing some more dollar store DIYs. These DIYs are organization DIYs. September is when our kids go back to school. It's when I'm going back into a new work routine. There's lots of changes, so it just feels good to get some organization in place before all that takes over our lives. Let's dive right in to the first one. Okay, my plan, instead of having like multiple trays all over my desk, I thought it would just be a lot nicer to have 2 trays stacked nicely, but then it gets cumbersome and weird to move them around. So I wanted to adjust them so that they can just easily slide over top of one another. I'm using these dollar store blocks for this project. I'm going to be adding something to the inside of this one at the top and bottom. And this sits really nicely on top of that, and it will just slide within the limits of those blocks. Okay, I changed my mind. I am gonna go with these dowels instead of these blocks. The reason being, if I wanna put pencils in the bottom or whatever, there's nothing I can put. It has to all go through that center little gap, and I just think that's going to be so restrictive in a tray like this. But if I put these here, I think that is enough, so it's pretty sturdy, and then it will slide still. I can pull all the stuff out. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna glue these guys on. This project turned out so good. It's so easy to do. You could totally paint the piece to match your aesthetic, but I chose to just leave it in this natural bamboo wood. And I just love the way that these 2 pieces stack and stay nice and neat. It's such an easy DIY. Next, I am DIYing with some faux leather. When I see unique materials, I have to buy it. I bought this in pink, black, and this camel-y color. I had no clue what I was going to do with them when I bought them, but I have a couple of ideas that I could do with them. All of these sheets, there's 2 of them inside the package, and they are adhesive. So what I want to do right now is just attach them together and make kind of a cute little file folder looking thing. I honestly don't know how functional it's gonna be, but it's gonna look so cute. Going to peel one apart. Oh, it's quite sticky. Oh, cute. Okay, I love it. Oh my gosh, I probably didn't cut any of that on camera, I just realized, but it looks adorable. I want to stitch the sides so that it's like just a bit more authentic. So I sewed one side just to see, but it's so cute. It is held really nicely. So this method worked pretty good. I'm gonna do the same thing to sew a little line on this side along this line, and I'll show you as I go. And then I'm just gonna go along my line, trying to keep my spacing pretty even as I go. Cute. Oh my god, that looks so cute. It's like exactly what I wanted. Obviously, I made one of these in each of my colors of leather. I'm super happy with how this project turned out. I honestly think these are adorable. My kids have already asked me if they can keep them, and I haven't decided because I kind of want to keep them for myself, but super cute, super simple little organization solution. When I saw this pattern on the side of these little wooden, I don't know what they are, baskets, I guess. This is such a cute little, almost fluted design. I can probably DIY with that later. And we are going to use some little dollar store block pieces. I just need to figure out how to cut these so that they're the exact length I need and so that they cross into each other. So I have to cut these to size, and then I also have to cut a slit in the center of them. So I have to find halfway through these and mark that. So I did decide to use the miter saw for this. I had to pull my wood forward so that I only cut half of the wooden piece, but just be mindful of keeping your piece nice and straight with the miter saw and keeping your fingers away from that yellow zone while you're cutting. I would definitely recommend just using a simple hand saw for this instead. This is just what I happen to do because I'm super comfortable with this tool. I had 3 baskets and just went ahead and made 3 of them so that my kids could each have their own. I was gonna glue these in, but honestly, they're pretty snug. I am going to polyacrylic everything because it's gonna have markers and paintbrushes and crayons and stuff. And I think it will just survive better if it has been protected a little bit. I mean, how cute is this? I staged it with some of my own office supplies just to get a feel of how it would look for an adult. Super happy with the project, super easy to do. And then of course, it looks really cute with all my bright and colorful kids things too. This project I'm actually kind of excited about because I think it's super creative. I've never seen anyone do anything like it. I have these wooden frames, canvases, whatever you want to call them. They're actually quite sturdy. I've used them for a number of different projects over the years. This time I thought I could use it for like a wall magazine rack / file folder type situation. These little rounds are also from the dollar store, just MDF circles. My plan is to kind of attach it down here. I'm going to get as much of the circle out as I can, and this will be like the block for the paper that slides between the canvas and this. I'm probably going to paint the whole thing because these are different materials. I can't really stain the MDF. The first step is to see where we want to cut these circles and how we're going to make that work. I want this to sit like, I want as much of this as possible to be in this space. I want to be able to like put something there and have it not fall out. And I'd rather have a bit higher than wider so that it feels more balanced. Cut these off. Again, I used the miter saw to cut these circles out. I made sure everything was level with the back of the miter saw using my speed square, and then I cut very safely and slowly. I am super comfortable with this tool, but you can use a handsaw if you're not as comfortable with the miter saw as well. this works. Just want enough that it will like sit off the wall a little bit and lean the magazines this way. So we'll see. What I'm going to do is again use some clear wood glue to glue along the edges, and then I'm going to put it in place with pin nails. Pin nails don't have a head and they're not very visible, so I'm using them so that they're kind of invisible, but it should hold this in place while the glue dries. I am beyond happy with how these little magazine racks turned out. They look so good up on the wall. I love them in a vertical line like this. I put these in our gym for now because I don't have a home office yet, but I definitely will be putting them in my home office later. They're just super cute. They turned out amazing. So those are my projects for today. Hopefully you guys like them. Hopefully they help organize your house in some way or give you some ideas. I'm really happy with how they all turned out. And I have a whole bunch more ideas. So I'm actually gonna make another video with some more dollar store organization. That's gonna come out in a couple weeks. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure the bell is on so you don't miss any dollar store videos. And that's everything. Thank you so much for watching.